Hello, my name is Cameron McDaniel, and today I'm going to show you guys how to properly throw a discus. First off, you want to start by having proper finger placement. Proper finger placement on a discus would be your hand. You want to start your hand out on top of the discus and have your fingertips barely curled around the edge like so. The first thing you should think about before entering the ring is always entering the back of the ring. Now this rule only applies during competition, but just do it during practicing so you make good habit if you ever decide to throw competitively. The first thing you need to do is to start out with the power position. The power position is left foot parallel to your heel, which is called heel to toe. Next, you want to get a good twist out in front, so this will be your final end up. And then you want to twist back, and when you twist back, you should almost be looking directly back at that pole and be in a really good power position and be bent, and then you'll release. So I'm going to show you this in full swing. So you start with your heel to toe, and always be on the ball of your foot, and then you want to twist out in front, twist back, and release. Before we jump into the full spin, maybe that you've seen on videos before, I'm going to show you a good way to practice the full spin. First off, you want to have your foot on the right side of your right side of the ring. So you'll have it started kind of the ring in the middle of your foot and this right foot back. In your first step in taking this kind of it's called a half spin, is out in front. And then from that, you want to get the trail leg to the front of the ring, which kind of leads into that power position that I was showing you earlier. So first off, we get here, and then our trail leg should hit right back. So I'm going to show you this in full spin, full go, and I'll explain the steps as I'm going. So foot, ring in the middle of my foot, right foot back, look out, create your horizon. Your horizon is what you look out towards as you're throwing, and you should always keep your head and chest up. So I'm going to come out, first step, trail step, throw. So after you got a few practice runs with your half spins, we're going to move on to the full spin. Your legs and muscles are all warmed up, proper foot placement and everything is shown. So you're going to be facing this way, which is the back part of the ring. And you want to start about in the middle, and still my final end up will be at that front ring where I showed you the power position. So the most important part of starting out in the full spin is bringing this leg, your right leg, your dominant leg, or whatever leg is your dominant, all the way around. It should come out kind of like that. That is the key part of getting a really good spin and really good force behind the disc. So then this leads into kind of the half spin that I showed you, where you take your first step. So you come around, outside, which my point of emphasis there was right here. This is where your end up should be after you get through that first spin. And then after that, following that, your trail leg through to the top of the ring. Be consistent with that and you should get a good throw. So what I'm going to show you is the actual full throw and full motion. Now it's going to be kind of hard to talk through that, so I'm just going to do it, and I hope you guys really follow the steps. I'll put up a little thing so you guys can see that, the steps in it. So you really got to get in the zone. Bring it around down. In discus, like any sports, there are rules. One of the biggest rules in discus is, as I explained before, which is entering the back of the ring. But other rules are what's outside of the ring. Usually there would be a net here, but there isn't. So as a watcher, as a viewer of someone throwing the disc, you should always stand away from the net. Otherwise, you'll get a really nasty face injury or worse. The next most important part of discus is being cautious as you're retrieving a disc. Most of the times you're going to be throwing in groups, especially if you participate in the school activity, is someone releasing a disc from the ring, and then as you're retrieving your own, you could easily get knocked out or even killed by a flying discus. Even though they might not look like they're flying very fast, they are. So make sure you take very cautious steps while retrieving a disc.
Man, I can't believe I just threw a school record. I can't wait to retrieve my disc. Oh, I can't believe you've done this.